Now, a wagon may not be the most common piece of camping gear that you choose to take with you on your trips, but I want to talk about why a wagon like this Outisan E-Wagon Air may be one of the most useful pieces of outdoor or camping gear that you didn't know you needed. Okay, so now this isn't something that I would typically do, an unboxing of a product, but my wife and I are actually really excited about this upgrade to a fairly unique or different type of outdoor and camping gear item that would be a collapsible wagon. So what we're gonna do is unbox this E-Wagon Air from Outisan that is actually sponsoring this video today. So this is not a review of this wagon, but there's some really cool things that I'm excited about because we're upgrading from this that we've had for the last 5 years that's just totally beat up. And it's ready for retirement. So I'm excited about this because this is a powered wagon. There's a battery that is attached to this that has some motors on the wheels. We'll unbox it. Oh, I can do it. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. Let's unfold this. Imagine just pull the strap. The build of this looks really like robust. Like a nice solid frame. Whoa. Little charging brick. Oh, dude. That was sweet. Now, 5 years ago, we were gifted a wagon that was just one of those standard generic collapsible wagons that has had an incredible amount of use, and it was time for an upgrade. So I'm stoked to be talking about this E-Wagon Air from Outisan because this thing is actually really stinking cool. We've been using it for the past month or so as a family and had it out on barbecues up the canyon, just transporting stuff around the neighborhood, days to the pool and beach days at the lake. It's really handy. But the biggest thing about this is the fact that it's not just a standard collapsible wagon. It has motors and a battery, and it makes it so that you're able to haul heavier loads of gear than you would find from a standard collapsible, cheaper built wagon. This thing is cool. So I want to talk about all of those scenarios of where this is applicable from a camping and outdoor standpoint, but I'm going to walk through specs and features of the wagon first so you get an idea of what the capability is of this and just kind of what makes it different from other options out there. This is going to be different than your standard collapsible wagons from the simple fact that it has a battery on the front and that is powering motors here on the front wheels. You've got high density rubber wheels, they don't take air, and they are going to handle going through the grass like I've got here, through sand and dirt, no problem. And the biggest thing about this is it makes it more comfortable for you to carry heavier loads of gear when you're going out on a picnic or a walk-in campsite. We're gonna talk about all that stuff, but the build quality of this is amazing. And when I first looked at the cost of this, which is $599 USD, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of money for a wagon. But the more that I use this, the more I feel that that price is totally fair with how well it is constructed, just a really robust, strong frame, and the battery and the motors, and it being also waterproof, which is super nice because then you're protected against short circuiting and all of those things that would happen with electronics being outside, getting caught in the rain or whatever it is. One of the first things that my wife said when we got this was, dang, that's actually fun to pull. And it's really easy. So when we're doing walks around the neighborhood and everything, it just makes for a good, fun, enjoyable experience. But what you have is a large capacity space in here with the ability to also unvelcro the back of the wagon and put that panel down so I can load longer items into the wagon and then use bungee cords or whatever to secure and make sure that that stays in place. But I have the ability to load this with as much as 330 pounds of gear, but it's rated to handle 165 pounds of weight with the motors running. But as you saw me going up and down the hill, I have easily about 100 pounds in here with the gear that I've got, and then me being 165, 170 pounds. That's well over what that rating is, and it was moving me up and down that path just fine. I like the handle here on the front, the fact that it doesn't drop to the ground, it stops itself, which is nice, but then you have the clip or the stop in the upright position, and then just really simple ability to control with it as well. So what I do to power the wagon on is push and hold the battery. That's going to power on the battery, and then on the handle I've got a power button. It's going to beep when it's powered on, and then I've got some brakes here that are just like a manual brake that when it's stationary, the battery is off. It's going to make it so the wagon doesn't roll around, but I can click those off. But there is a brake assist with the motors. So as I am walking along on a hill and I let go of the wagon handle, the motors of the wagon are going to brake and stop it from moving and rolling away on its own, which is cool. So I've got a little power handle here, and you can see it just really does the thing by itself. And I love also that as I'm walking, I am getting some smart controls in the sense that it gives me the ability to control how fast or slow it goes, because it's going to follow my pace. We can also go in reverse, and those motors are going to assist in being able to easily go in reverse. Just one finger on the handle and it's pretty much moving itself. Now this may not be the craziest or steepest hill that this could go up, but I think that's something important to point out about one of the use cases of a wagon like this when you are going camping is the ability for me to easily load all of the gear up from the car and go to a walk-in campsite where I might be walking 100, 200 yards to get to my campsite. Now the battery pack is going to give you up to 9 miles. 9 miles. It's got 135 watt-hour capacity, but that is a lot of walking to do for one wagon. So you've got plenty of battery capacity, the ability to really get wherever you need with it and do it in kind of a rugged way. Come on, you gotta love it. Now I just want to point out some of the other common versatile things that you can do with a wagon and why it really is such a great outdoor piece of gear for camping and just general outdoor use. Very often we'll go visit the national parks, whether it is a day trip or we're out camping and then we're going into the park and spending the day. It's really nice to take something like this that I can load all of my coolers and food bags and things into if I'm gonna go picnic, and walking away from the car, load everything up. Maybe I've got some chairs or a little table or just something that makes it so that I can easily move stuff without having to, again, carry it in my arms. Just makes things more convenient and more enjoyable. And it folds up to a fairly small size. It is a little bit bigger than the previous collapsible wagon that we have, but it's also better built, it's stronger, and I think just a better product in general. But getting out into those picnic areas and everything is a really nice use, as well as beach day. When I go to the beach or the lake, I live in Utah. We don't have beaches here. We're not at the ocean, but we'll go to the lake. And again, I'm walking from the parking lot with a stand-up paddleboard or life jackets, food, coolers, a canopy. That makes it really easy for me to move that stuff. If I'm doing a barbecue, like we did just recently, we got together as a family and loaded chairs and everything up into this and went to the site. We didn't move very far, but it just was convenient to have. And then there's just the general use of what a lot of people use a wagon for, and that is neighborhood walks and things that are happening around your local area, a parade or some kind of event or farmer's market. This fits into that realm of use in all of those situations. So I want to know from you, is this a piece of camping and outdoor equipment that you would purchase for yourself, for visiting the national parks, lake days, beach day, any other kind of outdoor activity that you can imagine where you need to move gear and possibly children as well? Let me know down in the comments. I do want to thank Outisan for sharing this wagon with me, giving me the opportunity to test it, use it, share it with you guys. Again, this is not a review because they are sponsoring this video today, and so keep that in mind with everything that I've shared about it. But from a genuine, sincere standpoint, this thing is actually really cool. So there you go. That's the E-Wagon Air from Outisan. Thanks for watching today, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later.